Shalom Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakwadash, the Abuanas to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to like out there doing this work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. All right, now I want to get into a quick topic based upon the scripture here in the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 10, and it reads, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand." All right, and just thinking of this has to let people know, because it's like you look at each individual, whether that may be personally in your life or whether you walking down the street, you just may look at them as just an individual, but you got to look at the things that are beyond uh this person, the things that are beyond our control. They oftentimes tell you in the world where don't worry about things that you can't control, but you still have to be aware of the things that you can't control. That's the big point of the matter. And that's when it comes down to, this fight that we fight every single day, and knowing that our fight is not a physical one, but is a spirituality. It's a spiritual fight every single day, knowing that you're going to battle certain spirits and demons that are fighting you, every single day to try to get you to go against the will of the Most High, or to try to get you put in certain situations, so on and so forth. You know, and this is something that we always have to realize. This is something that many of the world can't seem to realize, because they may deem it as spookism, or consider it as ghosts or things like that. Spirits are real. You know, we are spirits, but or we are souls, but we have physical bodies in the flesh. You know, so um, this just made me think of in the book of what is this, Second Kings 6, the Second Kings 6th chapter, and all right, I'm gonna start at the Second Kings 6, and I'm gonna start at verse 11. It says, "Therefore the heart of the king of Assyria was sore troubled for this thing, and he called his servants and said unto them, Will ye not show me which of us is for the king of Israel? And one of his servants said, None, my lord, O king, but Elisha the prophet that is in Israel telleth the king of Israel the words that thou speakest in thy bedchamber. And he said, Go and spy where he is, that I may send and fetch him. And it was told him, saying, Behold, he is in Dothan. Therefore sent he thither horses and chariots and a great host, and they came by night and compassed the city about. And when the servant of the man of God was risen early and gone forth, behold, an host compassed the city, both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him, Alas, my master, how shall we do? And he answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. And Elisha prayed and said, Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw. And behold, a mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. And when they came down to him, Elisha prayed unto the Lord and said, Smite this people, I pray thee, with blindness. And he smote them with blindness according to the word of Elisha. So this lets you know that what the Lord had to, Elisha praying unto the Lord, that the young man could see, so that he was asking for the Lord to peel that scab back off his eyes, not a physical scab, but that spiritual scab back off his eyes so that he could see what's all around us, surrounding us, um, you know, uh, in the spirit world, because people think that the spirit um that the spirit world is just up in the heavens, which earth is a layer of heaven, but we have the spiritual world all around us. Why? Because we have spirits around that are doing war, that are taking battles, that are doing what they're supposed to do in order for the world to be in the proper order that it's supposed to be in. You know, so there are always spirits that are around us, regardless of the matter. And in this case, it happened to be a host of good angels or good spirits, defending Elisha and the young man that was with Elisha, against these men that were coming to do them harm, you know, and that's the way it is. So we always have to be aware, of the spirituality that surround us, hence why when we go to the book of um, Hebrews, Hebrews 13:2. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares. Because what? An angel is not going to doesn't necessarily have to come in an angelic form. It could come in the form of a man. You know, that's how the Lord works. They say the Lord does work in mysterious ways, but you never know who you truly may be entertaining. That's right before your eyes, man. That's how the Lord gets down. You know, um, another example that comes to mind. Damn, I just lost it. In the book of Tobit. Tobit. No, I believe it's. Yeah, this is yeah, this is the book of Tobit 6 and 10 and start from here. It says, the angel said unto the young man, brother, today we shall lodge in Raguel, who is thy cousin. With Raguel, who is thy cousin, he also hath one only daughter named Sarah. I will speak for her, that she may be given thee for a wife. For to thee doth the right of her appertain, saying thou only art of her kindred, and the maid is fair and wise. Now therefore hear me, and I will speak to her father, and when we return from Regis, we will celebrate the marriage. For I know that Raguel cannot marry her to another according to the law of Moses, but he shall be guilty of death, because the right of inheritance doth rather appertain to thee than to any other. So this is already spiritually set up. This is already spiritually set up, that the right of this fair young girl, right, that only pertained to Tobit. Okay, so this is verse 13. Then the young man answered the angel, I have heard, brother Azarias, that this maid hath been given to 7 men who all died in the marriage chamber. And now I am the only son of my father, and I'm afraid lest if I go in unto her, I die, as the other before. For a wicked spirit loveth her, which hurteth nobody but those which come unto her. So he letting her know, like, it's a wicked spirit that loves her, right? A spiritual entity that loves her, and he only hurts those that try to come into her, that try to have sex with her. All right. Wherefore I also fear lest I die and bring my father's and my mother's life because of me to the grave with sorrow, for they have no other son to bury them. Then the angel said unto him, dost thou not remember the precepts which thy father gave thee? that thou shouldest marry a wife of thine own kindred. And that was in the 4th chapter when he told him that. Um, Wherefore, hear me, O my brother, for she shall be given thee to wife, and make thou no reckoning of the evil spirit. For this same night she shall be given thee in marriage. Right? And um, verse 16, it says, and when thou shalt come into the marriage chamber, thou shalt take the ashes of perfume, and shalt lay upon them some of the heart of the liver of the fish, and shalt make a smoke with it. And the devil shall smell it and flee away, and never come again any more. But when thou shalt come to her, rise up both of you, and pray to the Most High, which is merciful, who will have pity on you and save you. Fear not, for she is appointed unto thee from the beginning, and thou shalt preserve her, and she shall go with thee. Moreover, I suppose that she shall bear thee children. Now when Tobias had heard these things, he loved her, and his heart was affectionately joined to her. Okay, so this is how it is. You know, it was a certain spiritual entity, right, that was killing off dudes that were trying to enter her. So that lets you know, for something like that to happen, you know, that are those spirits that roam this earth, you know, whether in the physical or whether in the spiritual, but they are all around us. So these are the things that people have to constantly be aware. You may entertain angels unawares, which is what a messenger. Angel means messenger, but hey, you can have a messenger of evil and a messenger of good, right? So obviously, for anybody that may have witnessed those other young men, you know, losing their lives, losing their lives from the wicked spirit that was protecting her, you know, they passed on messages, you know, about this wicked angel, because that's what they looked at as, you know, but yet this angel was actually doing his job, you know, to protect this woman, this young woman, because what? As the angel said unto Tobit, that she was appointed unto thee from the start, from the get-go, you know? So, hey, that's why this thing is truly all about the spirit, man. It's truly all about the spirit. The scriptures say that matter of fact, let me go to it. Oh, yeah, it is the spirit that quickeneth the flesh profiteth nothing. You know, so that's what it's all about at the end of the day. But people are so caught up within the ways of the world, they are yet to see the things that Esau has placed for them, and how spiritual Esau is on the left hand side of things. You know, because they're into spiritual wickedness, you know, and how right we are, and how we are trying to forewarn them of the spiritual wickedness that spiritual demon Satan and that the so-called white man has to offer them, man. You know, so you know, I just hope this segment was edifying. You know, for those that are unaware of the truth, that may come across the truth and that may see this video, and of course for brothers out there as well, you know. So with that, you know, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kakwadash, the Bawanas to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to Lek out there doing his work of faith and live with love and true sincerity. Shalom.